this last night. Chris Bowen, remember sort of at the start of the Ukraine conflict with Russia, or Russia's conflict with the Ukraine, of course I should say, they turn around and they start, John Kerry came and said, oh, this might be bad for climate change. Perfect example of this was the reason that China should settle down about Taiwan, or maybe Australia should just not push them, China on Taiwan, is because we want America and China to work together on climate change. That was said by our federal government this week. Have a look.
In all the tensions between China and the United States, the one thing that's been ring-fenced up until now has been climate discussions. They've agreed they've got a lot to do to get it together. We want the world's two biggest emitters talking with each other. I do hope those talks are resumed and that suspension is lifted, because that is a blow, and it would be better if those talks resumed.
Senator, honestly, like this is the reaction.
It's like, I can't remember the protagonist's name, but remember American Psycho, that movie? And the guy in it says, you know, there are a lot more problems than Sri Lanka in the world. and it's like that all the time with these people. Like, oh, there's a lot more problems than Taiwan. That's just 23 million people. Who cares? We've got to worry about saving the planet and climate change. And this is where the serious aspect of that previous story hits the road, because these zealots genuinely think they are saving the planet. Everything else gets completely reduced to nothing. You know, there's just there's no space in their mind to think of any other problem, be it Ukraine, be it Taiwan, be it cost of living on average Australians. They subsume everything else, all other priorities in our nation, to their one core mission that they view themselves as single-handedly being Captain Planet and saving the entire world. It's a total load of rubbish. And the worst thing about it is it distorts all our decision-making. We are losing our manufacturing industry. BlueScope Steel said that today. Our energy market's dysfunctional, thanks to these zealots who are on a one track about climate change and can't think of anything else.
Yeah, by the way, you mentioned that BlueScope thing. Can we bring up the quote here from the boss of BlueScope, that the energy market is fundamentally undermining our competitiveness and hollowing out manufacturing production processes because of the spikes in energy prices that we're seeing. It terrifies me about the long-term impact. That's the real world, but over there in Bowen land, where we're already, where we've got to pass a law after they've already signed the piece of paper with everyone clapping behind them. But China is laughing at the West in many fronts. But think about it. Literally, our defence minister yesterday comes out and says we still support the one China policy. That means that China views itself as the one government that goes all the way from Taiwan to Hong Kong. All right? So effectively, it's hands off pushing them. They make 80% of the solar panels. We are transitioning to 80-something% renewable energy, a big portion of which is solar panels, which means, and under the Paris Agreement, they will, of course, continue, China, to be able to pollute right up till 2030. And according to the IPA, in just 16 days, they produce everything we make in this country. So if we pulled everything out, they'd be able. So the point is, they are able to push deeper with their power. They are able to make more money and profit off our transition, and they're able to pollute the planet worse than anyone is saving. That's why China's laughing at us, Corey, because they're taking the, well, you know it.
Oh, Paul, you're being a bit unfair. I mean, they're a developing nation. Please.
Sorry,
they're the world's second largest economy. They've got a place to go.
Hosted 2 Olympics
this century. That's why they're giving all these exemptions.
International Space Station.
And one of the most... And you also forgot the most important thing, that we will be able to put all those solar panels into our landfill so that they can pollute the water supply and our land after their 25 years. I mean, you're being very short-sighted, Paul. I think you're picking on the communists a little bit too much, mate. That's all. You know, I want to give them the benefit of the doubt. They are doing whatever the hell they like, and they are laughing at the rest of the world.
Well, you're going soft on China. You must be trying to get verified on TikTok. I get it. I understand. Thank you very much, lads. Do appreciate it. Don't